The Bears are fantasy football gold in 2026. Remember the name Cyrus Allen for drafts. It feels like a lifetime ago that Caleb Williams couldn't hit a throwing net at the Chicago Bears training camp, as the team became the focus of pessimism and derision. These days, coverage of the Bears' offense is uncharacteristically not bleak. It's full of sunshine and hopefulness. Many fans of the team are simply unequipped to process the current vibes.
Looking for a premium phone without the premium price? This renewed, unlocked iPhone 14 offers 128 gigabytes of storage, a sharp 6.1-inch display, and 5G capability for around $299. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/6 right now.
If you are a Gen Z follower of the Bears, you have never experienced camp reports like this. One of Caleb Williams' better practices. Only 4 incompletions all day and 7 on 7 team and 2 were tipped at the line. The other was a high throw on a free play, offsides. Luther Burden and Rome Odun's both looking great. Bears Adam Hoge at Adam Hoge, July 30, 2026. Astonishing stuff. It's the variety of summer fluff that surrounds most other franchises, but rarely this one. For now, let's ignore that when Chicago's offense is cooking, Chicago's defense is being exploited. Advertisement delightfully, Ben Johnson has been given the gift of outright disrespect by another head coach, and he's wringing every drop of motivation out of it. Every key weapon for the Bears is thriving. Williams is now a member of the best shape of his life club, having dropped 10-15 pounds during the offseason. Tight end Colston Loveland cannot be contained in camp, nor can W.R. Luther Burden. Lead back D'Andre Swift is coming off an underhyped career year and looking no less effective. And then we have the most obvious bounce-back candidate in fantasy, Rome Odun's. We don't typically find many fantasy bargains attached to teams as buzzy as Chicago, but Odun's is a pretty clear exception. He's been selected well after Loveland, TE3, and Burden WR21 in early NFFC drafts, sliding to the back end of the 5th round at 59.38, WR28. He missed the final 5 games of the regular season last year and struggled in the preceding 5 while dealing with a stress fracture in his foot. Odun's returned in the playoffs, though not impressively. He caught only 4 passes on a dozen targets and had a brutal goal line drop in the overtime loss to the Rams. Let's just please remember that the pre-injury version of Odun's last season was a monster, an absolute difference maker. Odun's was simultaneously too smooth and too physical for most corners. After the season's first 8 weeks, he was a breakout star on pace for 1,149 yards and 12 touchdowns. That's just beautiful television. Fox Pick. Twitter. com/29ausen705 Chicago Bears at Chicago Bears. September 21, 2025. Under normal circumstances, we wouldn't fret about a 24-year-old's recovery from a non-exotic injury, but Odun's made a few off-season comments related to his recovery that set off alarms within the fantasy community. Last week, he offered clarifications, erasing any worries. "My foot feels great. My foot feels amazing. Honestly, it's not even something I think about anymore, which I think is the best feeling you can have after an injury. I'm completely fine." Advertisement Odun's has certainly looked just fine in practices without pads, facing his team's sketchy defense. If you're buying the early Bears hype, then you should probably slide Odun's name a few spots higher on your cheat sheet. He might actually be the team's strongest candidate to produce a 1,000-yard season with double-digit touchdowns. Yet we're drafting him as the 3rd most interesting member of this team's receiving room. Cyrus Allen may already be a thing in Kansas City if you hadn't heard of Allen until recently, perhaps not until you saw this article. It's completely understandable. He's a 5th-round rookie receiver, the 6th player selected by the Chiefs in the 2026 draft, and he never cleared 800 receiving yards in any collegiate season. Naturally, Allen found himself almost immediately getting reps with Patrick Mahomes and producing highlights of the highest quality. He bruised his shin in camp, and Adam Schefter tweeted about it repeatedly. as if Allen were already a critical member of the team's receiving core. No player's stock has risen quite like this in the first week of camp. Allen wasn't even invited to the NFL's pre-draft combine despite impressing at the Senior Bowl. He's now discussed as if he's a foundational piece for a Super Bowl contender. Allen also has the full Dane Brugler stamp of approval. For the record, love all the Cyrus Allen buzz coming out of KC camp. 2 ranked non-combined prospect in this past draft behind RB Kalen Black. Final line of his scouting report. He shows the quickness and ball skills that will stand out during training camp. https://t/co/vomtavitegt Dane Brugler at DP Brugler. July 31, 2026. Maybe he's the latest name in the rich tradition of preseason chief psyops, but this is beginning to feel different. It should go without saying that Kansas City is not overstocked with receiving talent beyond Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, and the already dinged Xavier Worthy. Advertisement: Deebo Samuel returns to the 49ers and fantasy relevance as late landing spots go. Samuel's was perfect. Samuel is back with the Niners, where he is desperately needed after Ricky Pearsall was placed on season-ending injured reserve. Christian Kirk and Mike Evans are currently sidelined by calf and quad issues, too. Deebo is expected to function as a multi-tool for San Francisco, per his usual. Deebo, you're going to see him in the return game, you're going to see him some at receiver, you're gonna see him some at running back, GM John Lynch said. We're going to use him all over the field, and we're really excited to have Deebo back. Both Samuel and Buzzy second-round rookie Dejon Stribling deserve to be late draft selections in fantasy leagues of standard size, given the appeal of the offense and their likely roles. Stribling's path to early season opportunities became uncluttered in a hurry, and he seems to be taking full advantage of the situation. Chris Rodriguez, back in the game. Rodriguez graduated from individual work to team drills on Sunday, a notable step for a power back returning from an off-season foot injury. Bashal Tutin remains the presumptive number 1 back for Jacksonville, but we're dealing with a rushing attack fully capable of supplying us with 2 starting quality fantasy options. Travis Etienne's departure left 296 unclaimed touches available for this pair. In case you missed it, head coach Liam Cohen recently referred to Rodriguez as a glass eater, which, in football parlance, is high praise. It's exactly the way a 224-pound goal line hammer should be described. Tutin can still have his breakout in 2026, while Rodriguez claims a share of the team's most valuable touches. Tucker Kraft's recovery seemingly could not be smoother. Every update we receive on Kraft's return from ACL surgery is rosier and more optimistic than the last. He's back at practice, confident about his availability for opening week, and apparently on track to participate in upcoming joint practices with the Cardinals. Kraft will be 10 months removed from surgery when the regular season kicks off, which is ambitious yet plausible. Assuming Kraft avoids setbacks, he probably shouldn't fall much further than TE5 in drafts. He was among the most explosive and efficient players at his position over half a season in 2025, leading all tight ends in yards after catch per reception, 10.8, and ranking second in yards per route run, 2.33. He was actually Fantasy's TE2 on a per-game basis. At this point, fading him seems irresponsible.